What's going on, everyone? Fearless Football Forecast here. And today we're going to be talking about an exciting fantasy player that we think you should be trading for.
Yeah, so today we just wanted to touch on Jahmyr Gibbs. And, sometimes in your fantasy league, there are players who overreact off of things from week one. And some people don't even really pay attention to the game. So we just wanted to talk about how good Jahmyr Gibbs looked in the game. He looked really explosive. He was breaking tackles. He was popping off runners. And he damn near had a touchdown if he didn't fall over because he's so quick trying to make that cut. But he really didn't have that great of a fantasy day overall. So we just want to emphasize that we think Jahmyr Gibbs, the talent was shown on the field. He's going to be able to compete with NFL players. And as the season goes on, he's going to start to get more touches, more usage. And I think by the end of the year, he's going to be an extremely impactful fantasy player. So if somebody in your league is getting scared and willing to sell, I would buy him up.
Yeah, Gibbs is definitely going to be my number one trade target this week. In every single league, I am going to send an offer. I don't care if my number one running back is even somebody like an Eckler or Nick Chubb. I want to go out there and get Gibbs. I think his upside is fantastic. His contact balance just looked so good. There were so many times that I thought he was going to drop. Like the only time that he did was when he juked himself out. None of the defenders were able to take him down, but when he juked himself out, he didn't end up getting that touchdown. Head coach Dan Campbell did say after the game that he's going to begin to get some more touches now, and that was just the beginning. Just to go over his stats a little bit, he had 42 rushing yards, 34 yards after contact, which is absolutely ridiculous, and 6 missed tackles forced, which is crazy because he had 6 missed tackles in just 7 carries, which is insane because if he ends up actually getting the workload, he could be on pace for over 100 broken tackles by the end of the season. And to put things in perspective, last season, Josh Jacobs led the NFL in broken tackles, and it was only 90. And Gibbs has the chance to just go so much further than that. I also love him because of the situation with David Montgomery. Montgomery looked bad. He looked slow. He didn't look like himself. I definitely thought he still had a little bit more juice in him. He looked even worse than Jamal Williams, honestly. And at one point it looked like he injured himself. And that's when I thought the Gibbs wagon was really going to go. And the main reason why you guys can trade for him, like Jake Hurt said, if the manager didn't watch the game, they just see 8 points and they're like, damn, he didn't really do much. He only got 7 carries, But in reality, if you watch the game, you could see he looked 10 times better than David Montgomery. And there were just so many great plays. And the Lions play next week, the Seahawks, and the Seahawks have one of the worst run defenses in the league. So Gibbs is a smash play next week, and you guys should go trade for him.
Yeah, I completely agree. Montgomery looked uninspired out there. Never really loved the talent of Montgomery. I thought, he's in a great offense, obviously, with the Lions. So, he could get some high value touches, and he did. He was getting the goal line touches. But it's only one game for Montgomery. But it's the first game, so you'd think he'd be at his best for a running back. Usually, as the season goes on, the wear and tear gets to him. So if he's looking like that, I think it's not only they want to give Jahmyr Gibbs the ball a lot of times, obviously, because he's so explosive. But if Montgomery keeps playing the way that he did, eventually he's going to be forced to give Gibbs the ball too.
Exactly. And we hope you guys all appreciated our fantasy advice today. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. We'll catch y'all later.